I'm abandoning all the safeties that I used to do in favor of some fast times. So yeah, I'm not too worried about not hitting those cliff skips. I don't remember the last time I didn't. It happens. Yeah, what's up, Dave? That is indeed my name. Andy, perfect. That reminds me of like in some of the old days I used to just do variations of perfect when I like wanted to create alts for my account because I wasn't created to come up with new names. So I just changed the word perfect to different languages. So I had like Andy Perfecto, Andy Perfeito. I was very unoriginal. Yeah, thanks for the host, Kratos. Arifram, what's up, man? Congratulations on getting that run into GDQ. That's huge. I forget what it is. It doesn't have the word metal in it, the name of the game. Metal Gear, that's what it is. Wasn't sure if it was Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear or Metal Slug. One of those metal games. Am I going around telling people how awesome you are for getting 55, 10, and 90%? I wouldn't say I'm awesome, I would just say I spent way too much time grinding it, the new route. Someone else will come around and beat that very soon. I mean, my 5510 still has a reset in it. No, Dave, I dropped it in Cave of the Past, right before the Bionic Kraken to get the Gutsy Bat. So it wasn't a super long reset. I think I went back and timed it. It lasted me like a minute 15. Not a huge amount, but it still hurt. I also lost a ton of time trying to get the spot or the area clear where you come off the cliffs in winters. There was a cave boy who would not go away, and I spent like a minute despawning the dude. And in the end, I didn't even despawn him, he was just stuck behind the tree. So yeah, I would say still like 2.5 minutes to save in this, easy peasy. And then after that, it's gonna be a little bit at a time. So yeah, 50, I would say like 52:30 is where it'll be ish for a while, until people come along and start really nailing the execution and being really fast at it. And then it'll drop even further when people start going for 2 sandwiches in winters. I'm doing really well, Airframe, thank you. Had a good day today. Got some shawarma. It was wonderful as always. Me and my wife have been on a big shawarma kick recently. There's a shawarma place nearby that we go to, honestly, like every couple weeks. It's so good. Does your move have to be perfect, or is there some leeway? Depends on which section you're talking about. If it's your first walk up the cliff to talk to Pokey, your movement is pretty much do whatever you want, because spawns are turned off, and as a result, RNG3 will never advance. Your movement only needs to be super precise when there's NPCs moving around near you. Otherwise, you have some a lot of leniency. So, like, when you're at the bottom left section walking up to the cliff, the traveling salesman people in front of the shack on the way up to Giant Step, those actually load for a few seconds while you're walking through the area. So there's a little area where it doesn't look like there's any NPCs, but there's some off screen. So there's a little section where your movement has to be pretty precise. I also decided sometime in the near future, once I get a decent PB, where it's gonna kind of settle, at least relatively settle, I want to record and finish a no reset run without any audio from me, so with my mic off, and do a commentary video like I did with Glitchless, but just over any percent. Buzz's death is way more tragic than, was it Hinawa from Mother 3? Doesn't even compare. Never seen that butterfly there. Another free time save in this run eventually will be to create a single segment RNG manip from Nessa's house to executing the Onet skip, which would probably save like 25 seconds for not having to reset. Maybe 30 or so. I might have been too far left. It looks like we're fine. There'll be another mushroom like northwest of the entrance of the exit. Oh. Not sure what seat I'm on. Hopefully the nose spawns on the way down to Tucson seed. Oh yeah. I've heard more people talking about a modded SNES Classic and stuff, and it makes me want to pick up a SNES Classic just to mod it. Is it pretty easy to do? Like, there's no, like, risk of, like, bricking the device or anything? Get in there. That was just 2 Sammys. That was decent. I have bricked a couple routers before, flashing custom firmware on there. That's why I ask. I'm very familiar with the sadness that accompanies bricking a device. Got some flies in there. Crouching PB, the new world record. Look at this guy. He still won't let go. What a legend. Thank you very much, Speedy. Me, Speedy. I have a couple old routers somewhere around here that I wouldn't mind modding, that I don't use anymore, that I might try putting on some custom firmware, using for my own nefarious purposes. Probably throw a tomato on there or something. I don't like doing it with actual hardware I need, though, because then I have to buy new stuff. Backs up the kernel before flashing the custom one. Oh, okay, that's nice. surprised I'm ahead here. My PB up until Winters was really strong. Custom Community Edition of Hakchi. So all this talk makes me really want to pick up a SNES Classic. What kind of stuff do they have on the SNES Classic? I mean, if you're playing Mother 3, that means is there like a GBA emulator on there too? Because if that's the case, I would love to stream some older games. What would be perfect? I would love if it had a 3DS emulator, because I would love to play Dragon Quest VIII. That is one game I've wanted to play for a super long time, but I don't have any console to play it on. So I still have yet to play Dragon Quest VIII. Well, I guess to be fair, I bought it for iOS, and it doesn't work. I mean, it works, but it's not a good platform to play Dragon Quest VIII on. All the grid-based Dragon Quests are fantastic on iOS, but the 3D and on iOS doesn't work. Gotta have a controller. See, I appreciate that, Kratos, but I would prefer to play it have it on a platform that I can at least like stream the game from. Because if I were to finally play it, I'd probably play it as a casual game a little bit on stream. At least that would be my goal with it. Is your computer strong enough to run emulators for DS and 3DS? I mean, I imagine so. I built my computer like 2 years ago, and I spent like $1,600 on it. Maybe 3 years ago at this point. I have a 980 in my PC. To give you an idea of like the tier of it. The reason I was stuttering into this spawn tile, because I don't want to fight the crows. I fought a crow in an offline attempt, and he stole my boiled egg, and as a result my inventory was messed up for one of the RNG manipulations, and I failed. And I had lost it in Sea of Eden. And I was real sad. So no crows for me anymore. Only dogs and goats. Alright, Komeo, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you again. This next spawn tile is perhaps the most annoying in the entire game. Maybe even more than the Cave Boy. There was a goat, but he ran to the left and despawned himself. That was nice. Wow, and that was clean. That's really good, actually. I haven't gotten through that one in one sandwich in quite a while. It's usually the second one I get in one sandwich. I'm actually gonna use a second one to get through this area a little faster. Oh, come on. Sometimes the sandwich, you can't get through the trees because you can't move the right distance to squeeze through. Dang it, cave boy. They're the worst. I got both of them in one sandwich. That's the dream. In that scenario, I did not need to go south to sell the defense spray. I think that's the first time anyone's done both skips in a single sandwich. On stream. Or any recorded run. Dang. That's the dream. Because if you can consistently get both cliffs in a single sandwich, then you don't need to go south and sell everything or repair the defense spray, and that would save like an extra minute and a half. So if that starts turning into a consistent thing where I'm getting it that fast, I might stop doing or might stop getting the defense spray. Wow. I never expected to actually do it. But seriously, if you can do it consistently in 2 sandwiches, you hop over the fence in winters, and you have enough money to go sell stuff. You sell the big bottle rocket, the Holmes hat, and the pop gun, and those 3 things together, and I think you have to sell like the boiled egg or maybe a couple other things. Those things together are enough to get you 2 sandwiches. And then you're good to go. Holy crap. That's actually... it's very significant. Yeah, because the bottle rocket sells for 70, the Holmes hat sells for like 55, the pop gun sells... no, the Holmes hat sells for 30. The pop gun sells for... like 50. Together that's like 150. You must need to sell like the boiled egg and maybe a couple other items in your inventory. That might change a couple other things later on in the manipulation, but I'm sure we could work around it. You might have to create an adjusted manipulation for a different inventory setup for Jeff. Okay, let's do this. Beep. Beep. Very likely the manip drops during the Nightmare manip, and if I do drop the manip, it's a reset. Like a full reset, run over. So, try our best. Is Boogie 10 always in 3? He did say he's always there to start. Hey Q-Tip, how you doing? So just going to Dino Land first, set off a bunch of triggers to let you do Nightmare. So the reason we have to go to Dino Land, it's kind of working backwards and stuff. So to actually kill Gigas, if you were actually just clip out of bounds, and why are you still number 2 with bits? Because my bits thing is a month long, because I only stream like once a week. I figured it's kind of pointless to do it only a week long when I never stream, very rarely stream more than once a week. So if you were just to clip straight to Gigas and try to kill him, you can fight him immediately. But because the game has never prepared the prayer sequences, so like it opens up summers and all the NPCs are supposed to be there and everything's ready to go. If you just go do that, the game soft locks and will just freeze during the prayer sequence, and the game won't advance because the NPCs aren't there and nobody can talk. The game actually preps that sequence when you take the phase distorter back in time. That's the trigger for that. So taking the phase distorter is a prerequisite for killing Gigas, essentially. But the phase distorter isn't there in Saturn Valley by default. The phase distorter will only appear there when you drop down the hole in Lumine Hull. That's the trigger to make the phase distorter appear in Saturn Valley. And then, to make the phase distorter usable, the trigger for that is killing Nessa's Nightmare. It's the only reason we do these things. It's because the game is essentially working backwards. They're the minimum number of events you have to hit to be able to kill Gigas. When I get really tired of mashing with a finger, I rotate and I do like a double on the A and B because my fingers are dead because there's so much mashing during these level ups. Level 39 is the final level. One more. Ah, my fingers are dead already. It's 3 minutes of levels. It's so much. Aren't turbo controllers allowed now? Only in the Japanese run to match with their rules. We don't allow it in English. I actually believe they are allowed, what is it, in PJ%? I forget what their rules are. I haven't touched PJ% in anything, so I think they might have allowed turbo and PJ. I'm not sure. But in glitchless and 80%, all the main categories, it's not allowed. Alright. The meteorite climb can be bad. If I get into a fight, I'm probably dead. So I have to avoid all fights on the meteorite climb. Unfortunately, Smurfage community allowed turbo. Lost all motivation since then. Yeah, I haven't been involved with the Super Mario RPG community at all, but I do remember when they made that change. I've never run Super Mario RPG. I love the game, though. Every single spawn tile through this area is an 80% spawn rate. So the fact that I saw my first enemy right there is pretty rare. That was close. See what spawns we get in here. I need him to move a little bit to the left so I can go by him. Boink. Stop early so I can see what spawns we got up north. Very few. Holy crap. This might be one of the emptiest hill climbs I've ever seen. There was like 8 total enemies, if that. That hill climb may as well have been manipulated. That was so clean. What happens to significantly change the run? Are you talking about in this current 80% run, Al? There was 2 significant glitches found in this run within the last couple weeks. Oh, Smurfage to Turbo? I'm not sure what caused them to start allowing Turbo in Super Mario RPG. I was not a part of the process about anything. All I remember was, oh, Turbo's now allowed. Okay. Yeah, turbo means you can use a turbo controller and flip a switch, and all of a sudden you're mashing as fast as possible. It's generally allowed in most Japanese communities. It's just kind of the turbo is generally just allowed. So in most RPG runs, you'll see in Japanese, if you're watching a Japanese player and you see the text going really fast, it's because the turbo controller is generally allowed. But it's different in outside of Japan, where turbo is generally not allowed. Ooh! Ooh! The madman did it! Oh, I love seeing all the deleted messages. Hey, what's up, Wexel? I would generally agree with you in that. I remember when we started putting the Japanese essentially the Mother 2 runs on the leaderboards on speedrun.com. We basically made it turbo allowed so that we could, in an attempt to join the Japanese and the American communities together, we put all of their times on our leaderboard and then started putting us on there, and we matched their rules and everything. But it was kind of a shame. One of our players, Ultimo Ice, started grinding the Mother 2 run a lot using a turbo controller, and he got the world record in Mother 2. We were looking at their leaderboards, and he got the record, and the record is just a wiki document. So we went in and edited the document with the video and the VOD and everything, and they went back and removed the record from their leaderboard and noted it on the bottom as a reference record, or no, as like a overseas record or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because this is the last little bit. This run is going fantastic. and I want to nail it. So, see you all in about 10 minutes. The wait right there is intentional. I'm waiting for some enemies off screen to despawn. Yeah, I'm waiting to play Dragon Quest XI until it comes out on the Switch, just because I know that's the platform that I'll enjoy it most on. So I'm holding out until it comes out on Switch. I'm really excited to play it though. Okay, back to hiding. See you all in a few minutes, maybe, hopefully. What's up, Aurelix? How you doing, man? The stealth bad prayer? What's the stealth bad prayer? Is this a thing that I don't know about that I need to all of a sudden worry about? Because that sounds bad. There's a value that does the same damage as the right value, but it kills you around 9. Oh, good. Good. That's good to know now. Yeah, Kratos, that's right, Lucas Vogler. No longer exists? Oh. He was a good guy. I move my cursor now, so I use Notepad++ for my notes. And after every single round, I don't want to lose my place anymore. I move my cursor to the next row that I'm supposed to be doing, so that it highlights that, so I know what I'm doing. Because I've been here many times where I'm like, oh crap, what round am I on? I have it highlighted. It's so easy to be like, oh crap, what was my last round? Because the rounds are very similar. Make all the rounds the same. That would be incredible. The worst is because there's 2 B defend, pray defend rounds in a row. And sometimes I get to where I'm supposed to be doing it again, and I'm like, crap. Did I only do it once or twice? And I forget. My first run, I got to Gigas. The first night I was doing streams, I dropped it because I forgot which round I was on. And I did the wrong one. A, B, defend, right, A, defend. Move the cursor. Bonk. Oh, getting nervous. This has been a near flawless run. This has been easily the best run I've been on. Never dropped the manip anywhere, had a crazy good winters. I got both cliff skips in a single sandwich. This run has been absolutely fantastic. Walk up to the meteorite was amazing. It's the first time I've gotten both cliff skips in a single sandwich. Is the Frank prayer still a problem? I mean, it's a problem in so much that you have to watch the damage on the next round. Because you can see what RNG seed you're on based on the damage that you do to Gigas. So you can kind of find out what it's looking like. You use the damage to figure out where you are on the RNG chain. We're looking for 821 or 741. 741 is defend, pray, defend. Looking for 1618 or 1653 here. I believe with 741, I get 1653. So 1653 would be AB defend, right, A defend. There's 53. B defend, right pray, defend. And the last one is B defend, pray, defend. GG. Holy crud. Recursive. What's going on, man? Thank you. Holy crap, Recursive. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Out of nowhere, just sitting on the button waiting for the PB to happen. Thank you very much, man. That is very, very, very generous of you. Gift subs to all the lurkers. Latigues, Darth Yoshi Boy, Gameplays, Jace, Aerithram, and Baldercorn. Thank you very much, guys. Hot dang, this was a really, really good run. This is like good enough to the point where I'm like, well, now I can either try and grind for like a few more seconds, or I can start going for like single sandwich cliff skips. Wow. Sub 50 possible with these new strats? Maybe. I honestly think this PB was like 8 seconds off of my sum of best. Okay, ignoring the Gigas split, because my Gigas split was I had never done a Gigas without a reset during the Cave of the Past minute. So that doesn't count, but still, up to the cave save, everything there is legitimate. So I was 12 seconds ahead of gold splits at cave save. Holy crap, man. Wow. That was like... I remember this was like... I hit my peak of my skill level. Like, what else can I do with my current strategies? I did Gigas pretty quick. Like, I wasn't taking the inputs really slow. I mean, I'm no Uko, I'm no Fawn, I'm not those madmen with the fast inputs. But I did it about as fast as I could. There weren't really any pauses in the inputs. What's world record? This run? I'm now like 8 minutes ahead of second place. Gamer. To be fair, no one has really had time to catch up because like the new glitches came out and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on this world record train and I had to learn some new manipulation to incorporate the new glitches. So I created new manipulation for like the winter save to Ness's Nightmare. I reused up to the first zombie fight. Like getting the zombie fight, I reused that in like the first 2 rounds I reused. Everything after that, up until Ness's Nightmare, had to be was recreated. It was new stuff. So I had to create about 7-ish minutes of manipulation for this run. Cave of the Past and the Gigas fight was actually created by Aureliux in chat, so thank you. And the Cave of the Past and Gigas manip was used in the last any % route too. What's that, Ari? The Gutsy Bat is still getting used. The Gutsy Bat is... I don't know how you would manipulate a quick Gigas fight without the Gutsy Bat. It just enables you to do too much damage. Technically, it's faster to walk out of bounds to Gigas. If someone could create like that miraculous perfect Gigas fight where you don't need the Gutsy Bat, that might be faster than what we do now, walking to Gigas. But it would be so hard to do. Get the bat out of the present. You could either use the Magic Hand bat or the Legendary bat. Both of those bats are pretty equal in offense. I mean, you walk right by the Magic Hand bat, and you can get the Legendary bat while you're out of bounds. So you can just like, actually, you would have to you'd have to set up a second save file, which we don't do right now. I guess at one of the points, yeah, we'd have to change the route if we wanted to clear or get out of bounds to Gigas because we don't have a second file. That would change the route. You'd have to create the file where you do it, and yeah. It's a wash because that's slower. Having to create that file somewhere. I mean, the closest thing you could do is maybe like when you go to Summers to do like the full path in one go, maybe you could like save real quick and I don't know. It'd be nasty. Yeah, every reset costs about 25-ish seconds. Look at all these people Ness never met. I just beat this game in 52 minutes. Holy crap. Legendary Bat only has plus 10 offense compared to Gutsy. Well, the thing is that the offense on the Gutsy Bat's not the thing that you care about mostly. It's the fact that you can get smashes without much work. It raised your guts a huge amount so that, like, manipulating a fast Gigas fight, you don't have to do like 50 inputs every round to get a smash. It's like do 3 inputs and get a smash. And the time that it saves on inputs for the Gigas fight probably makes it worth it. Yeah, right now the Gigas fight is like A-B-B for the first round. Second round, A-B 3 times. Third round, A-B 3 times. Fourth round, A-B once. Second time, just bash. Last time, A-B twice. You would not see anything like that if you were not using the Gutsy Bat. If you wanted to get smashes, that is. If you didn't care about smashes, the fight would go on like 6 more rounds. I'm like 95% certain that getting the Gutsy Bat is faster than creating a second file and getting there with like the Legendary Bat or something like that. So I'm not going to be the one to test that and create a route for it and see if it's faster. Nah. Because I'm already pretty certain the Gutsy Bat's faster. In 5 years, this record's gonna be 25 minutes. Maybe. Also, as a heads up, again, I did the cliff skips in Winters. I did both of them in one sandwich. If I had known that I would have been doing them in one sandwich apiece, this run would have been like a minute and a half faster. And that's not an exaggeration. Yeah, Ari, this was my first time to get both cliffs in one skip each. I would say recently my success rate has been like, I would say like 20 to 25% of the time I get a cliff in one sandwich. Most of the time I get it in 2, and I haven't gotten any of them in 3 recently. I've been getting them all at the most in 2. I haven't failed the cliff skips in a long time. What all do you have to sell, Ari, to do it in 2? Because I was thinking you have the bottle rocket, you have the home set and the pop gun. And the boiled egg. Is that enough to get money for 2 sandwiches? Kratos, I might have to change my inventory a little bit, or I might have to reroute a little bit for inventory. So, or maybe not reroute, I need to have backups for a different number of inventory movements for using the secret herb and for... No, it's just using the secret herb. Because I have backups. I have a route for if I need to move 1 or 2 movements to get the Gutsy Bat out of Jeff's inventory. I have 2 options you can follow that up with, so that's not a pain point. I need to figure out how many movements I need to do if it's only 1 input to the secret herb. Right now it's 2 inputs, and then I do have to do a double A after it, so I need to figure out what would be 26. That would be, what, an L and 2 ABs? Never mind, I just did it. So yeah, if it's only 1 movement, you do an L and then 2 ABs. Oh wait, no, is an L 22 or is it an A up A is 20? I think it's an A up A is 20. And then ABs when you're just on the overworld are 3. Let's go to it. The RT did you just say this time beat the current task? Because there hasn't been a task created using the new glitches yet. Yay! I'm faster than the task. Submit it to task videos. Re-record 0. What's the plan after this, Andy? For tonight, I wouldn't mind doing a couple runs where I try to do it in just 1 sandwich. And then if I do a couple runs and I don't do it in 1 sandwich, I'll just like, I don't know, do some Mario Golf tonight or something? I don't know. Or maybe do I leave it on? Do I stop it on this? What do you guys think? Should I try a couple runs where I try to do it in 1 sandwich? Which would save about a minute and a half? Or should I... Mario Golf. Hey, thank you very much, Lillington. Keep going. Okay. I'll try to do it a couple times with one sandwich. Q-tip was the deciding factor. Task is like low to mid 53 in speedrun timing. Wow. Can is 94. Oh yeah, you sell the broken spray can. I wasn't thinking about the broken spray can. That's true. You have to get the hat out of the locker, though. Don't you have to get the pop gun and the Holmes hat? If that's the case, I think my inventory will end up the same. Because you're selling all the same stuff that you would otherwise. Or at the very least, I can just sell all the same stuff and have my inventory management be the same. Thank you very much for the subscription, Blazin'. I appreciate that.
I miss you.
I don't think I've ever had more than like 2 subs in a stream. In this stream I had 6. 5 of them thanks to Recursive. Wowee. I'm not used to this. Enjoy your Andy P. Joys. Cute little possum. See what music we're gonna get. Why did that take so long? That seriously took like 20 seconds. Run confirmed spliced. Zero dropped frames. Dang, this is my second run of the night. I was gonna hit the split again because in my glitchless runs I have one final split for the VN split just for funsies. Wow.